Hi, everybody. Welcome to the J.N.D Podcast. I'm Joey with my co-hosts
Noah.
Dylan.
Featuring this week,
Andrew.
And our other co-host who doesn't know how to answer to his name.
Andrew,
Introduce
that's
yourself
me.
at this point, Andrew.
All right.
I'm on the spectrum.
Definitely on the spectrum. So our topics this week are what are we going to talk about, boys? What are we going to talk about?
all right. So basically, people
I'm
say
lucky.
that video games cause people to like shoot up schools and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I do not think that is a true statement due to the fact that video games are created to relieve stress. Even though sometimes you do rage or whatever, but it's still you have fun.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
I can respect that opinion because I personally don't believe that video games do cause people the way they are because think about it like this.
Are you kidding me?
If you were gonna go kill someone, that whether you kill someone in Call of Duty, it's not gonna make you want to do it any more than you were already going to want to do it.
Well,
it doesn't make any sense.
I don't. Here's my stance, right?
Yeah.
So you hear in the media a lot GTA, Grand Theft Auto. People will go out, steal cars, and kill people, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, they played GTA, that's why they did it." I don't think that's entirely true. Now, for people who might have a mental disability where they don't learn correctly, maybe that was the cause because they were influenced and they don't know any better. But people with common sense, which is the vast majority of people that play video games, think about this, right? Fortnite's huge right now. It's fucking massive.
Oh yeah.
How many people do you see in the media right now? Do you see people, oh, this person shot this person in the head because he played Fortnite? You don't see that shit like that every day, you know?
All you see is Ninja cussing at little kids.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, wait. Didn't the Prince of England or whatever try to get Fortnite banned?
He is trying to get that
Yeah,
banned, but I definitely think he's trying to get it banned because he lost. But anyway, besides that,
Fucking Prince of England loses Fortnite game, deletes Fortnite.
yeah, no, definitely get that banned. But anyway, all right.
Okay.
No, so for people to be like, oh, he had a disability, he didn't know better. I mean, it's understandable, but you can't. People need to start taking responsibility for their actions, man. It's getting out of hand.
But I mean, here's what I'm saying. I get what you mean. They need to take responsibility for their actions. Now, for the completely sane people that blame it on video games, they need to.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah, I 100% agree.
But let's say somebody who's autistic and blames it on video games. How do we know that they didn't actually think that it was okay through video games? Because that's just the way they learn. They don't learn correctly. They don't know. Yeah. They don't always know common sense.
Let's get away from the mental thing and let's go to people who have common sense. Okay, so
I think parents think that we don't have common sense. That's why they're blaming it on the video game.
I mean, that's definitely something too.
My mom
people don't have it.
Common sense.
Y'all remember that one Vine where that little kid was screaming at his mom because he took away GTA 5?
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah.
I mean, it can be like that sometimes.
It definitely do be like that.
Fortnite.
But Noah, what were you saying?
Okay, so basically, in general, military people. There was this article that I read that a lot of them are doing simulations. Okay, now for adults and just citizens, I'll say it as or civilians or whatever. We take it as Call of Duty is a simulation to teach kids how to shoot somebody properly or where to shoot them.
Now here's the thing.
Oh, I hate when people
Instagram,
say that.
Right? I've seen ads recently. U.S. military ads, and they're totally targeting these young teenage gamers that play Call of Duty or Battlefield. Because the ad was something like, "Don't just play it in a video game, come experience." They were straight up just targeting these kids.
I saw that last night.
Like, there's VR, there's, like, military personnel and people going into VRs and learning how to properly shoot because they can't.
Yeah.
Like, or, like, it's just, like, right when they get into, like, boot camp, I guess, they're doing VR and showing them, like, what to do, I guess. I don't know, it was this whole, like, thing, I'm not trying to recite it. But, like, I just think it's ridiculous for people to just have to blame something because they can't take responsibility. Like, that's one big thing. Not a lot of people, nobody really takes responsibility for what they do. Like,
yeah, like
and,
when
They're waiting for someone to hand them, like, take their responsibilities. Like, they're just trying to hand it to someone on a silver platter.
They don't want to take their responsibilities, so they'll just dish it out at anyone or anything that they can.
Yeah,
and then gain traction.
And then when they're faced with responsibilities, they act out and get mean because they feel like they have no responsibilities or they don't deserve these responsibilities.
Here's the thing.
They're not ready for it.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? When like GTA and games like that first started gaining traction with like younger kids, that's when you first started seeing in the media, oh, I killed somebody because GTA told me. But it was only like that because like the parents were having an issue with the game. So somebody with responsibility, the person that killed somebody now has the responsibility of this person on, like, taking this person's life. They don't want to deal with that, so they throw it at the video game that this massive group of people, parents, are mad about. And just like that, the media says, oh, it's all GTA's fault. It's all video games' fault.
all right, now I just want to put this out here right now. I get, we are, like, not the oldest people to be having this podcast or whatever, but, I mean, some people just need to hear, like, teenagers' thoughts or whatever. And, I mean, if you're here, thanks for watching. I mean, hit that like button, subscribe.
Hit that motherfucking like button.
Abuse that like button. Make that like button wish it was never born.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm just saying, dude, if somebody thinks, like, okay, if somebody goes and kills somebody, their whole life, they thought about it. They didn't just wake up one day and be like, hey, I want to go kill somebody.
Yeah, no.
That's not how it works.
That is so true.
I think every murder is premeditated. In the fact that, like, it's not, like... I don't know how to explain my thought. Hold on. You don't okay, here's what I mean. So, every murder is definitely premeditated, right?
For sure.
But it doesn't have to have a target in mind. Well, yeah.
Well, unless it could be like a spontaneous murder, like someone gets into a fight with someone.
I feel like accidentally killing someone isn't murder per se. But, like, I'm saying murder, like somebody that wanted to kill somebody.
Yeah.
It's premeditated in the fact that they plan it out, but maybe they don't always have like a specific target. Like,
or maybe it's like ever since I was a kid, I knew I would just kill somebody. Like, it's always been like a goal of theirs to achieve in life.
Yeah, some kids are fucking born like that, born and raised like that. And it's
which is
that's
totally
how you get fucked up.
It's crazy to think like that, but that's really like how our day and age is, dude. Like nobody 30 years ago, nobody thought that there'd be a mass shooting in New Zealand. Like, that didn't seem realistic. I mean, people
mass shootings.
Yeah, as a whole,
they're everywhere now.
Yeah, they never happened 30 years ago. Like, they were they happened, but they were so uncommon.
Yeah, the thing is, though, they had nuclear warning drills when nowadays we have school shooting drills.
Yeah.
Like, it's so different because in a school shooting, you have a possible chance of getting shot, living, but being paralyzed. In a nuclear blast, you're dead, okay? You're gone.
We'll be seeing you.
We'll be seeing So anyway, like, there's so many. The fact that we went from nobody thought that we'd have shootings. We went to hiding in a group of people to now we like
It's
they train us to defend ourselves.
Dude, I think that's crazy.
Dude, they're like barricade yourself in the classroom.
Barricade yourself and arm yourself with like school books and shit. Like, they're teaching.
Stop. Let's not go into detail about how. Just in case if somebody's watching and they have any thoughts about it, we're not about to tell them how it is. But let's just say it's changed. It's changed, and like. I
mean, anybody can get access to that information. You realize
that, I know, but still, we just want to be careful. Just be careful. All right, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, like, I get, people are like, oh, the 1990 kids will remember whatever, but like, ours 20, like, the years that we have been in school.
Early 2000s.
Oh, yeah, everything has changed. I don't care what people say. I don't care if it's like, oh, 1990 kids will remember, 1999 kids, like, that's when everything, like, from 2004, that's when our curriculum, that's exactly when our curriculum changed, and everything changed.
You're talking about curriculum or, like, safety?
I'm talking about Disney stars.
Dude, 2001 and past that, everything changed.
9/11, dude, I don't even want to talk about it. That's a whole different podcast that we could start about terrorism. We can do that, and let's just keep the subject. I'll edit that out. Anyway, just like, I don't know, for us to just like go from nukes to people in our backyard shooting, like it's like our neighbors dying, like the whole tomorrow or Saturday or 420 or whatever, I get it, it's like legal, or it's National Smoke Weed Day, but it's also Hitler's birthday, and the reunion of the Columbine shooting, which was 20 years ago in 1999, sadly. But anyway, actually, a couple days ago, this girl was in a cult. She had 3 accomplices.
I heard about that.
Was going to Colorado. She was from Miami, Florida.
Oh shit! Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, bought 3 tickets. One on Monday on the 16th, one on the 17th, and one on the 18th. And it was for the other 2 ladies that were supposed to go with her. She was a senior in high school, actually. And they were supposed to go with her, and they were going to recreate the Columbine shooting at Columbine. And I thought that was, like, terrible. But come to find out, the other 2 people didn't come, and she shot herself with a shotgun.
Right?
Yeah. So, like, I don't... Like, that is just terrible to, like, think about. I mean, like... And the principal at the time that the Columbine shooting happened came out and spoke. I didn't really watch what he said, but he was just like, "That's terrible that another person wants to recreate something that it was so devastating to like everybody." Because I don't know if Columbine was the first massive school shooting, but it was definitely the first media explosion.
The media was drawn to it for sure.
I got 2 topics to bring up.
Actually, hang on. Before we go off like that, because I was like, I heard about this a little while ago that on Tumblr, there's a lot of communities where they actually like praise and almost worship the school shooters.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
There's that everywhere.
It's this whole little thing where these girls, like, they think they fall in love with these guys because, they're different or they're outcasts, even though they're like mass murderers. And they like almost idolize them. It's terrible. Like, I don't know why anyone would ever want to idolize someone that would, kill innocent kids at a school for no reason.
No,
well, here's the thing, right? The people that idolize those that go off and kill are those they want to do it too.
Yeah,
but they're afraid to do it themselves.
The people that they're praising to do it for them.
Yeah, that's weird.
They make them feel like if they do it, they're gonna be unstoppable, and nothing's ever gonna slow them down. So they could do it again, but they find out the hard way that that's not possible.
Yeah.
Now, one point that I wanted to bring up is like everything in social media now. Everyone just soaks it all in.
Oh, bro.
Everything that's going on, like, even with, like, just plain old memes, people just soak it in. They want to become the meme. They see something that's bad on social media, they soak it in, they follow that.
Yeah. I was talking to my English teacher, and they were like, we're watching this video, and it was half cyborg. Now, honestly, I 100% agree with that.
What's half cyborg?
Okay. Us, like humans. Okay,
humans are half cyborg.
Listen. We are always on our phone. We are always around technology. Technology is a part of our daily use. We use it constantly. Teenagers are on their phone.
Dude, there's so much more to that. In Sweden recently, I was reading this article on Reddit where it was talking about RFID chips being placed in people's hands. You know what that is?
Oh yeah, it's like a card reader.
Yeah, so people literally have their credit card and shit in their hands
or their
fingers. Did you see that one thing on Instagram where that girl put it into like her?
Yeah, she put it in her fingernail.
Yeah.
I saw this one thing on Reddit where it's like a whole little subreddit of people when they like surgeries by themselves. Like this guy, like he put implants of magnets in his fingertips.
Oh
it's this whole thing that people do.
What?
Yeah, this guy he like did it himself when he put magnets into his fingertips.
Yo, do you know that robot Sophia?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know about that, but she's like the first like AI technically, and I don't know if she has a mind of her own, but she has like her own like consciousness. I think that
she has an she's an artificial intelligence with an artificial intelligence.
Basically. That's terrifying. That's terrifying, dude.
Bro,
the machines are totally taking over.
Oh yeah, no. Stephen Hawking, before he passed away, he left 7 like crazy like conspiracies that like are gonna happen, and it's because of the humans. He said that one is definitely gonna be we're gonna destroy ourselves. We're gonna do what the movies have told us for like the past like 10, 15 years. Not to create an AI because it will create itself. Okay, I don't care what people say. An AI is legit and like artificial.
It's got the sum of human knowledge at its fingertips.
Exactly.
So basically, the movie Terminator is real.
Pretty much.
And, yeah, dude. And what's that one movie with iRobot with Will Smith?
Will Smith. Oh, that's a good movie. It's a really good movie.
That was a good movie. Will Smith.
He's a genie now.
That's hot.
That's hot. Mark-ass Brownlee. Fortnite.
What?
Anyway.
Anyways. Part of the video. The rewind where he's like, if I could have anything I'd pick Fortnite and Mark-ass Brownlee.
Susan just fucking copyright striked us for that.
Fuck you, Susan. Damn it, Susan.
Damn it, Susan. She took the code.
Anyway, so what were we talking about? iRobot. Why the fuck were we talking about iRobot?
Because artificial intelligence.
Yeah. Okay. So here's my thing on artificial intelligence, right? I do not think that'll ever be able to overtake us, because like it's so simple to just like for now. I'm saying, well, most of this stuff. Like the sofa robot, I bet you that she isn't waterproof. I bet you if she got water spilt on her, that's it. Her circuits are fried. She's done.
Spill water on her and so forth.
We're definitely far from being to that point, but as of now,
we're
nowhere.
In my opinion, it's totally possible.
We will be dead before that happens. I will 100% guarantee.
Hopefully.
We will be dead.
But here's another thing too. You got to think about it. We're gonna be living much longer than the generation before us. It's projected that we'll be able to live till like I think 120 years old.
Dude,
not only is our life expectancy going up, but like...
Say that again?
Our life expectancy right now for males is 74, and for females it's 78. It used to be 81.
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
Wait, no, it's been going up.
It's going down. Our last generation was 80s. We're in 70s.
I don't follow that whatsoever. I find that is a bunch of
I mean, I'm sure it differs from person to person for sure.
But
I do feel like it'll go up over time with the medical advancements. Like, look at how far we've come in 18 years of medical advancement.
I mean, yeah, life expectancy was 40.
We can grow hearts from cells.
Dude, did you fucking see that thing where they grew a sheep out of an artificial womb?
Dude, that's insane. Like, imagine what we'll be able to do in 30 years' time with this. If this medical technology keeps going at the rate it
Listen. I've got a good-ass topic. Do you guys know what designer babies are?
Yes. Like CRISPR. It's called CRISPR.
It's fucked.
I got a question.
Okay.
Do you think... Okay, this might be far-fetched, but you know the movie Jurassic Park, everyone knows it.
Yes.
Do you think that will be possible?
No.
They actually did a thing on it.
Well, not dinosaurs, but
not dinosaurs, but like woolly mammoths or something.
Yeah, woolly mammoths and elephants.
The woolly mammoth, they tried to do it. They found a woolly mammoth egg, and then they mated it with they put the elephant, or no, they put in the elephant, and then it gave birth. It was like half and half. It had some fur, some elephant skin, but then it lived for maybe 3 hours and then died because it didn't have the right nutrients that a woolly mammoth would give off.
Well, yeah.
Because
that's kind of fucked.
Diet.
It's not the same genes. It's mutated genes. To prolong the whole research, but they couldn't redo it because the egg was already made.
Definitely not in our lifetime, but I believe that will happen.
Yeah, for sure. They'll be able to revive dead species.
Okay, listen. Now, if you could live forever, would you?
No, I would.
No,
I would not. Now, here's an interesting thought.
The last atom blew up. I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. But here's an interesting twist on that. What if you were immortal, but you yourself had the ability to bring back your mortality? Like, you can live as long as you want, but when you're ready, you can turn off that switch. Like, you can kill yourself. But nobody else can kill you.
I would do that because I've always thought it'd be to experience life and see, like, just for the fun of it, to see how much different, like, would the world really be, like, completely destroyed? Would we actually would humankind destroy itself?
Is the Earth flat?
No. We are not talking about that.
We are not discussing that, at least on this episode.
Anyways. Andrew, here's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all fun and games until you have to put a bullet in your brain. Like, you have to kill yourself. Nobody else can kill you. That's true. That's the dilemma.
Okay,
and the thing is, if you live forever, you're going to see all your loved ones die. Everyone you have grown up with, they'll die. Anyone you ever, like, if you get married, they'll die. Your parents, like, they'll just... You'll watch your kids grow up and then die.
Yeah.
That's how it'll be.
This sounds like some I Am Legend shit.
I mean, I don't know if I would want that. Like, I don't know if I want to grow up and live forever knowing I'll be the only person that'll ever be able to do this. Everyone else that I will see, like, will just die around me. Everyone that I've known and grown up and loved.
Here's my question, though. Like, people now, like 100-year-old people now, have trouble remembering stuff when they were 10, right? Like a 100-year-old person probably cannot tell you in detail a day from when they were 10 years old. Right?
I couldn't even do that.
No,
I couldn't even do that. No.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know, but when I start getting dementia, or like before I start getting dementia, I'm writing in a journal. I'm writing in a journal. Shit, I did.
If I get dementia, kill me, because I don't want to live like that.
What if they have a cure for dementia by the time?
No,
I do want to talk about that, but hold on.
Let
me finish.
Go.
Okay. So now you guys gotta help me figure out where the fuck I left off because I'm lost. What was I saying?
We started off talking about designer babies.
Oh, fucking yeah! I wanted to talk about the designer baby.
Wait. Okay, I have one more thing about living forever. I saw this thing on Reddit, and it was, if you could live forever, would you? But you had to go back 1,000 years before your present day.
Nah.
So you would live you would live 1,000 years ago, but you would.
Bro, the 1900s was crazy, bro.
That's some wild shit.
Feels 1,000 years. This isn't.
That's 1,000 years. That's like
now. Okay, I remember what I was saying.
Armpit times.
All right, so here's this, right? I was talking about. Listen. Hold on. I want to get this thought across before I forget again.
Shut up.
Okay.
So, 100-year-olds have trouble keeping track. Can you not cough?
I have bronchitis. I can't just not cough.
This guy, he's sick.
Andrew.
Okay, listen. Let me get my point.
Okay. Just talk about fucking dementia before you forget.
It's not dementia. I'm literally having dementia while talking about dementia.
When you get dementia in the middle of your podcast while talking about dementia.
Okay, listen. Okay, 100-year-olds now have trouble keeping track of their memories, right? But what about when you're 1,000-year-old? Like, think about how many memories you would have to keep track of. Like, how would that work? Like, is the human brain even capable of living, like, storing that much information? Because if you think about it, right? Like, scientists have proven that your brain does have, like, data, right? Or, like, gigabytes to it, basically.
It does?
Like, one little piece of gray matter is, like, a couple million terabytes or some crazy shit, right? But
that's fucking insane, my guy.
Think about it like this. If scientists can figure out that gray matter can go into terabytes, how many terabytes is the human brain? How many gigabytes or terabytes is each memory? And how many memories can you hold in that fucker? Like, think about that. That's a real question. That's what I want to know. So,
memories
for 1,000 years of living, think about this, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say you can only live 512 years of memories, right? Mm-hmm. Once you hit that 513, do all your memories wipe? Or can you just not make any more memories after that? Is that
I think it starts buffering, can't make any more.
It starts buffering.
It's like someone
it asks you to buy more iCloud storage.
Someone unplugged your router.
Asks you, hey, did you sign into your SoundCloud?
Do you need to upgrade? SoundCloud Premium?
I'm just saying. I think that was a pretty intellectual question. What do you mean?
Yeah, we're being retards about answer.
Yeah, I want to hear what you guys actually think about that, like how that would work.
I mean.
Wait, what was the question again?
You absolute buffoon.
You fucking buffoon.
So the question was, if the human brain, scientists have proven it to have a certain amount of storage, how many storages each memory? All right. So, Dylan, what do you think about that?
Now, I think it's very possible that we could figure out how many, basically, if we put it into terabytes, gigabytes, megabytes, millibytes, whatever you call them.
Bagel bites.
Yeah, bagel bites. Yeah.
Bagel. How many bagel bites is your brain?
About like 20.
I'm so hungry, I just thought of bagel bites.
Well, fucking
user has left the channel.
Dead ass.
Player 2 is disconnected.
Reconnect controller.
Alright. Dylan, do not do that laugh.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Joe.
Okay. Dylan, what do you think?
Alright, so I feel like we'd have
fucking
oh my god, not again. I'm trying to find the words to say what I want to say.
Wait. Hold up. most computational neuroscientists tend to estimate somewhere between 10 terabytes and 100 terabytes. So the full spectrum of guess range from 1 terabyte to 2.5 petabytes.
The whole human brain is 2.5 petabytes.
So 1 terabyte to 100 terabytes storage capacity is.
So when somebody dies, is their storage full? Like,
dude, 1,000 gigabytes is 1 terabyte. So 100,000 gigabytes storage.
Think of it as like a loading screen for an update.
Dude,
that's what death is. That's the afterlife. You're waiting for you to be synced with the server.
You know how much porn you could store in your head with 1,000 terabytes?
Oh my god, gigabytes. Andrew.
Dude, you could store so much porn in your head.
Andrew, shut up. Please.
Kick him from the chat.
What I'm doing?
Okay. We're getting off track. Like, really badly off track.
We are. Wait, what happened to Noah?
Noah, are you still here?
Yep, I'm just waiting for all the stupidity to go away.
Andrew's still in the chat. He's not leaving.
Oh, damn.
You can just stay quiet then.
So let's see. We went over a little bit of Noah's, a little bit of Dylan's. Andrew, what do you want to talk about?
I mean, I was happy discussing all the other shit. I really don't care. Y'all can pick another topic.
Wait. Okay, I got one.
All right.
So there's this theory.
Okay.
That
the Browns are gonna win the Super Bowl.
All right.
No. Okay. So I worked at a retirement facility, and this old man that I talked to used to work for the FBI. Now, when he was leaving, he had to get his brain wiped, and he remembers things very vaguely, and because he told me because I'd always go and talk to him before he passed away, he remembers a day, but not he remembers everything in detail, but he doesn't. It's not in order. But before he left, they gave him a drug that starts dementia. Now there's a theory out there that this kind of represented or that brought up that the CIA and the FBI went out and they basically put this thing on jets, made it air be able to get through your body through the air, the air you breathe.
So you're telling me that you believe that dementia was created by the government and they put it in the water to turn the frogs gay?
Yeah, turn the frogs gay.
Okay, you know
I'm just kidding. No, that is an interesting idea.
But that they did it to wipe out CIA and FBI operatives' minds, but then it got out to civilians, and then it just stayed in their genes. Because dementia is a gene thing that's in your body as you grow up.
Yeah,
but maybe that's why we haven't found a cure for it yet. Maybe that's why
genetic diseases are so much harder to cure and
I know, but hang on. If this theory is correct, they could have the cure to it. They just don't want to release it for fear of this secret getting out. Do you know how bad they would look for the government if they created dementia? Do
you know how easy it would be to pay some random pharmaceutical company $500 million to keep quiet?
Yeah, dude.
It
does not matter.
There's definitely no cure.
No, the government will do whatever they can to cover things up. That's why a lot of conspiracy theorists die because
because the government takes them out. The government takes them out.
The last listen to this. The last 9/11 survivor of a plane, got sent. He met Obama, and Obama sent him a plane ticket to go to Puerto Rico. That plane, because he was supposed to go speak out about 9/11, that plane got shot out the air.
That's kind of sus.
We'll be seeing you.
It was flight.
I'm convinced that
it was that one
George
flight
W.
in
Bush did
Malaysia.
9/11.
Oh, he definitely. I don't know. He went and set in laws that he wanted to pass before 9/11 happened. 9/11 happened, and then the laws got passed because they got revoked before 9/11. So it just doesn't add up.
Like what, the Patriot Act?
That, and he wanted just to make airports more secure. He didn't think they were secure. So,
hey, what do you guys?
Osama bin Laden with the U.S.
Okay.
He was a U.S. ally. For us to be like, oh, let's blame it on him. Let's have him take the blame. I still think that his footage was. I feel like they got the wrong guy, but I don't want to go into that because I don't know the topic, and I don't want people to be like, you don't know what you're talking about.
SEAL Team 6 murked his ass back in 2011. He's long gone.
He's dead.
Hey, no, but this brings up an interesting point that sometimes we debate about in class. Would we rather have, security and from like exterior threats, like with the whole Patriots Act, and lets the government able to wiretap all our personal technologies? Would we rather have security from threats like terrorism or privacy? Like, what is more important to us?
I honestly believe that privacy is more important. If you cannot take care of yourself, not be more aware of your surroundings, and you die because of it, then that's natural selection, dude. That's just how it is. You didn't pay attention enough, and you got killed for it.
That's understandable.
The government does a weird thing, and I think this is most governments, where they want to protect as many people as they can, but they also they want to protect as many people as they can, but then they want to complain about not having enough money and shit like that, I forgot where I was going with this. Fuck, I totally lost my train of thought. Fuck.
I mean, no, I kind of get what you're saying.
Yeah, I hope you guys can pick up on what I was trying to say.
Yeah, no.
I kind of zoned out. I wasn't listening.
I kind of got it, but in my opinion, privacy is it's like a guaranteed right. Like, everyone has the right to privacy, but at what cost do we give up that right for protection from terrorist activities, like homegrown terrorism? Do we just give up that privacy right, or do we have the more privacy but risk issues with terrorism happening?
I say fuck it, just let it happen.
No,
not actually. Not actually.
I was gonna say
legit terrorism. It's in the word, bro. They want you to be scared. Okay.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Here's the thing.
The whole point of
passing a law to protect you from terrorism, isn't that almost a form of terrorism? Like, making you feel so afraid that they have to spy on you to make sure that you're not a terrorist? Isn't that a terrorist act almost?
Ooh, that one's...
Think about it. They're instilling fear on you. They're making you terrified to gain an advantage.
I think it's more of persuasion.
But that's
what are they trying to gain over us exactly?
What are they trying to gain over us? Our personal information, so they can sell it to companies, sell it to the Russians, do whatever the fuck they want with our personal info.
Fucking Facebook.
Yeah.
Or shit how your Amazon.
Yeah, shit like that.
Like Google Home. I turned my Google Home off. I don't have it on because I don't trust it. I'm being honest with you. I legitimately don't trust it.
There was something that a while ago that Amazon or Alexa had a glitch in it where you could hear the workers at Amazon or some shit.
That's fucked, bro.
No, you can hear other people talk.
So listen, hold on. Back to my thing, right? Terrorism, right? The exact definition is the unlawful use of violence and intimidation, especially against civilians, and the pursuit of political aims, right?
Yeah, terrorism's all politics in the end of it.
Exactly. So here's my thing, right? It's unlawful, right, according to the U.S. government, to invade somebody's privacy, right? The government always spies on us and invades our privacy. Now, it is technically a lawful way, but it's also unlawful at the same time, right? So they're intimidating us by having all of our information, right? And it's against civilians, and it's in the pursuit of a political aim, right? We wanted America to look good, like we're doing something against these terrorists. But I really feel like the Patriot Act is not all that it was made out to be. I feel like there's way more reasons behind the Patriot Act than just let's stop terrorists.
I think they're like holding something back because.
Well, definitely, the government's always going to keep.
They have something planned, or like not planned, but like.
We're gonna put chemicals in the water and turn the frogs gay.
Turn the frogs gay.
I'm kind of retarded.
I'm gonna turn the frogs gay.
I'm kind of retarded.
Being gay is a disease.
Can we get Alex Jones on this podcast?
Alex Jones? Question mark? Want to come join us?
All right.
You want some clout?
Let's see. So we've talked about everybody's thing. I still want to talk about mine. We have not talked about mine yet.
Okay. What is that?
I don't know, dude. This podcast has been running for a little while.
45 minutes.
We got 15 more minutes in this.
Yeah.
Hey, is it Build the Baby?
So I want to talk about how fucked up education is, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay. So look, the way that they grade us is on our big ass tests, right? The SATs and our finals, right?
Retarded.
So that's one day in a set period of time that you have to do your absolute best.
And it will decide your entire future.
To decide your future, right?
Yeah. It's so
I think that's horrible. It's ridiculous. Now,
it doesn't
I was listening.
Anything.
Listen. You guys all listen to the Misfits podcast?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Love that shit.
Now, I think I was telling you guys about the episode where Toby and Cameron were talking about the school that they went to and how it was a homeschool school, right? So
don't remember that. But...
all right, well then, good. I can explain anyways, and this will be good for the people watching this. So basically, the way it worked was it was office space, and all these kids went there, and they got their homeschool work at this school. They had no set class times, no set lunch periods, nothing. You come and go as you please. It was basically like a space for you to go be social, should you want to, because homeschooled students don't get that as much, you know? So that was the idea of this place. It was a very interesting way to do school. So
it is really interesting, actually.
I think it's good because these kids learn time management on their own. They learn how to go around their own time. Like, what if on the SAT day I'm sick, I'm not having a good day, like I have to work through that mentally, and I can't take a day off, you know? But for these kids that get to adjust their time accordingly for themselves, they can, if they're feeling sick one day, they just do their homework the next, or they go to school the next day because they do school on their own time, and they do their testing and stuff like that on their own time.
So pretty much what you're describing is the school that they went it was just a place for them to interact while being homeschooled.
Yeah, and I think that's
it's definitely
for it to be a very plausible idea, it would have to have a little more rules. But I think a good start would be not making requirements for graduation. Like specific ones. Like,
hey, look, listen, if you didn't have requirements for graduation, and I don't like this school system, I mean, honestly, but it's whatever. If you didn't have requirements, people would take the easiest classes, and we wouldn't get as smart as some of the people we have today. We're not all idiots.
no one's pushing themselves.
No,
exactly.
I'm saying, here's what I'm saying. Like, you have to take your core classes, but
like math and algebra and all
like
that.
they would be condensed down almost. So, let's say 9th grade you would take all your core classes, but 10th grade you don't have to. You know, so you still get the valuable information if you so choose to. You can continue that information, continue that course, and learn more about math, science, social studies. You know, anything that you want to, right? But I think it's also important because here's the thing: when you go to a public school, the creative kids don't have as much of an option. Those kids that like to draw, make stuff, take pictures. I
mean, you got ceramics, you got photography, and you got
ceramics. But I hate ceramics.
They can't. They don't get to focus on that. You know, they have to focus on their core classes, the classes that matter to them. You know, I feel like if all classes were treated the same way, instead of this class is more important than this class because you need this class to graduate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree, but just like for us to, I mean, school doesn't teach you what the real world is going to be like. Like that is 100% true. There is classes, there's econ, there's government that teach you a little bit of it, but not fully. Like I'm in a consumer's ed class right now that teaches me how to pay my bills. Okay, that's what we need to learn more about: how to pay your mortgage, how to pay your car payments, how to properly sign your name in cursive. That would be great. That would be great. Can we just take that for a minute? Because in 3rd grade we learned it for a week and then said, "Wait, what's cursive?" Like
the only thing I know how to do in cursive is sign my name. Yeah, I sign my name in cursive. And that's it. That's all I know how to do.
That's all you need to know anymore.
Exactly.
But dude, like if you want to write a professional letter, not email, but letter, it looks way better in cursive. But the thing is, though, nowadays we have to teach ourselves numerous things, or have our school system puts it as, "Hey, your parents need to teach you this." But our parents are busy at work providing for and getting these taxes from our school to teach us. Okay, teach. That's what our school's about. It's supposed to teach us fucking everything, not little bits and pieces of, hey, you might
we need to learn way more like useful like.
At this point, teachers don't even teach anymore, though. They just have their lesson plan that most of the time they get from like other teachers, and they're not even creating their own lesson plans. Like
that is true.
The teacher will just grab it off of somebody else and read their notes word for word, or they'll just like read out of a book, or like the teachers that'll have you like the class just read out of a book and do notes, and that's how you learn. That's not teaching. That's telling us to read a book and then put notes out. Like that's not teaching the kids.
So there's this thing my stepdad was showing me before the podcast that it's like Page or something like that. Anyway, it talks about how like one of the videos he showed me was how females are like they're more into their work than males. Because males, I'm gonna be honest with you, we want shit that is hands on, and we want shit that we can do ourselves versus like an activity. Like we have so much energy that we just want to use. Okay, dude, versus a female that wants to sit to sit down and they'll read. And I'm not trying to bring sex into this, but it's true that the education system is more guided towards females. Okay, and it's legit statistically fact.
Yep.
Like females... I will find this article for our next podcast to talk about, because this is just like this is our first one. We're gonna obviously have mistakes, but like it's so based on you sit down, you do one task for an hour, and then you go on with your day to the next hour and you sit in a chair for 7 hours, which is terrible for your back. And the chairs They're not comfortable.
They are terrible. Oh, they're
terrible
so
for your
bad.
back.
Yeah,
okay, and I'm not trying to say that we should have the comfiest chairs or whatever, but like we have a 6-minute passing time, okay, and then we have a 30-minute lunch. We're always sitting, okay. School, if anything, teaches us how to go from a 9 to 5 job in an office in a cubicle.
Yeah.
Facts.
Not be like, hey, okay, yes, we have a construction trades thing, and it is phenomenal. It's good. Okay, we have an auto trades program. It is okay, and yeah, school does help with a lot of things, but we are raised to go to school our whole lives. Okay, go to school, go to high school, graduate, go to college, go to that. Like college is pushed on the kids from parents through generations because that's what
here's the thing.
They think that college is so important now, but really, dude, like not. There's the trades fields is failing. Okay, we're losing plumbers because they're getting old, dude. College is getting pushed out. Everybody forgets about plumbers and auto mechanics. Like it's just not working out for people.
Hey, and the thing is, we will always need people in a trade.
Hey, you kind of cut out there.
We'll always need mechanics. We'll always need people that can meet those certain skills.
But here's the thing. Eventually, everything's just going to be fucking automated. Like,
yeah, we're not going to have automated.
You don't need a mechanic. You just pull up into our special shop, and our robots will take care of everything for you. Like, that's just how that's how it's going to be, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I do believe, though, that they need to... I think we should learn how to, like, as boring as it is, we learn how to file our taxes. Like, we need to learn how to balance a checkbook. Learn how to, like, mortgage. Like, buy a house. We're never taught those skills in school. And you would expect them to teach that to us.
You know, I was reading something. I'm sorry to interrupt. But it's so funny how taxes work, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know if this is true or not, because I have never done my taxes being a 16-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Fucking... Apparently, the government knows the exact amount of taxes you owe as an individual, right? Is that true?
Yeah.
But they don't tell you.
Sure.
You have to figure it out on your own.
And if you do the wrong number, you go to prison.
Yeah. You do the wrong number, and that's it. You fucking...
You're done,
tax fraud.
We'll be seeing you.
Literally.
Yeah, you'll be in fucking prison.
But not anytime soon.
Yeah,
well, that was a lot of fucking shit we talked about, huh?
We're
closing on an hour here.
That was good. That was
good. No, that was...
Yeah, that was wholesome. That was wholesome.
You know what? For our first podcast, I think
first episode. Yeah.
Are we out? Is it done? Sorry, I was talking to Chubb.
We're gonna end it here now. So
yeah, we're wrapping it up.
Farewell and see you next time.
Yeah, see you, boys.
Good job.